Welcome into Scars Among Pigeons and Daisies event story. Well, I did not expect Centaureissi to get her character arc. However, we do know that from Clotho's event, she was looking in her sister, and we didn't receive much info after the military base invasion and repair of Centaureissi. So I'm also not sure if it will be played in the real world or in the Magra Sea. So yeah, let's find out what this event is all about. Part 1, Old Song. Amidst gunsmoke and ruins, the song of the battlefield plunges people into an endless nightmare. I do not want the children to hear cries of anger, drowned out by cold gunshots. I do not want the children to see nameless flowers in white sleeping forever in a filthy trench. So, mother, this doe of mine might never return to its nest. But do not weep, for I know the spirit of freedom will always spread its wings in the light of daybreak. From the diary of an unknown soldier. Chapter: Scars, Wings, Daisies. In the Oasis launch. I don't know why, but it's already so sad. Oh my god. Oh look, there is even a new interior. This is from Valentine's Day. The morning sunlight poured in through the window as Clotho enjoys a leisurely breakfast. Do you want some music to whet your appetite? Let me see, how about something jazz or blues? The light of daybreak ill suits your glamour, health. The gentle sunlight, the fresh scene of grass and the vigor of life, the best depiction of the dawn. How about a little ditty then? Hal switches her neural cloud to broadcast mode. A brief silence later, her vocalized modules begin playing a European nursery rhyme. The music fills the room with gentle warmth, making listeners think of snow melting and flowers blossoming across a certain little European city. When you left, the flowers withered. When you left, summer gave way to autumn. Those who ran to the battlefield, where do you rest now? Did my best, okay? Whether the world is lush and green, whether the world is a stark pale white, whether it's night or day, I will be waiting here for your return. May the gunsmoke have faded when we meet again. May the fires have burned out when we meet again. Probably Hell is also a terrible singer, who knows. Though it is indistinct at times, the music still resonates with the memories of good old days, painting the lodge in quiet shades of melancholy. The song draws Centaureissi, who is making flower arrangements nearby, and she slowly walks over to Clotho's table. The song! Do you like it, Centaureissi? I believe the song came from a place where you once lived. Yes, I should have heard this song before, but... Centaureissi recalls a certain war-torn town in winter, broadcast through ancient speaker, the endless sound of gunfire, explosion which shake the very world, and the gloomy, overcast sky. It seems so familiar, but why? Why can't I remember anything? Countless images flit through Centaureis's mind. The fragments of memory scattered like they were blown away, and she cannot hold onto them. Her core heats up. The image from the memories overlaps with the view of the lodge, and her footsteps begin to wobble. My head, it hurts. Good. Centaureissi falls to the ground like a wind-blown tree. Her eyes wanders and lose their focus. Centaureissi! Centaureissi! Centaur! At the Oasis medical department. Clotho looks anxiously at Centaureissi, who is lying unconscious inside the medical capsule. Beside her, Antonida is conducting an analysis of her condition. The sound of keystrokes fills everyone with sense of powerlessness. With a sigh, Antonida shakes her head and stops typing. How is she? I have a good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? Start with the bad news. I have prepared myself for the worst. Alright. The bad news is that past damage to Centaureis's body and neural cloud has created a lot of dark zones in her memories. Those dark zones can be triggered during conversation by certain pieces of the key content. A neural cloud module cannot rewrite the relevant data, causing Centaureissi to crash. My god, yeah, so Centaureissi did undergo heavy damage in when the Oasis was invaded in Parallels something chapter. Parallels Advance, I think. What the good news then? Those dark zones can be fixed. We can help Centaureissi organize the relevant memories and repair the dark zones. Can we do that? It will be difficult, but it's worth trying. Memory data can be linked to adults' dreams. Centaureissi is currently gripped by a nightmare and cannot break free. What we can do is simulate Centaureis's dream, repair and complete the memories, and then rescue her from the dark zone. Wow. So we will be entering Centaureis's memories and helping her defeat her nightmares then? I can try. I once walked with her on battlefield. Guiding souls to where they belong is also part of my job description. Yup. We have been through all kind of crap together. I am sure this bond will help in awakening her memories. No. I will think of a way to help Centaureissi. Clotho, both you and Centaureissi are very important to me. I don't want to lose you. So you should leave a dangerous task like this to me. Professor's having the day. Are you sure you want to do this, Professor? While you can attempt multiple connections to a memory domain, encountering a severe incidences will cause a data desync. Also, you are a human being. If you lose your data, I might have to end up selling you off to another sector as a Digicoin miner. Oh, please, don't put pressure on me like this, at a time like this. The Star of Destiny darkens for those who chose the wrong path. Professor, are you sure you want to take this risk on yourself? Yes. I won't let you take this risk so long as I have the strength to protect you. This is why I and the Oasis exist. The people before me look at each other and smile. And then Hell's deep voice booms forth. I telling you, even if Hell is female, it's still deep voice, so I was not wrong. Professor, if anything really goes happen to your neural cloud, I will make sure my interior temperature and humidity are properly tweaked so you may rest in peace. Yeah, very... thank you, Hell. Yeah, thanks, I guess. Hell, that's going too far. Professor, a person's dream can be both incoherent and complex. And they may also record the saddest part of her past. No matter what dream may come, I hope you will return safely from them. Yes, I promise. Antonina quickly enters the relevant data for the memory domain and connects her computer to the medical capture. System initiation complete. Operational data normal. They have warmed up the capsule program. You may enter when ready. Got it. Keep an eye on Centaureissi condition from the outside. Guiding her neural cloud to fix the dark zones will require the efforts as well as mine. Relax. If I detect any abnormalities from you or Centaureissi, I will cut the program as fast as possible and wake you up. I just hope I don't end up as a digit coin miner card. Oh, are you doping my technical skills, Professor? I was just kidding. Take care of everyone, Antonina. Relax, you have always been able to bring everyone back from even the most dire situations. I'm sure it will be the same this time. So come back soon. Everyone is waiting to celebrate a new year with you. I will. I take a deep breath, and they lie down in the medical capsule. The hatch slides shut, blocking off my line of sight, and my mind slowly drifts into a new alien world. Neural cloud simulation system activated. Now generating simulated memory domain. Loading consciousness carried medium. Consciousness upload at 45%. If I come back safely, I should recommend Burbank Denki, newest coffee machine to Persicalia. Now generating carrier medium neural projection 72%. I will watch Krug's backlog of anime with her. What are you saying all of this? Simo's pet Saka apparently got sick recently, and I wonder how Imhotep treatment of that group of cute little critters is going. Successfully generated neural projection. Duplicating SASI's data. Duplication progress. 65%. I definitely remind one on entropic dichotomy chapter. And then Sol. 99%, 100%. Consciousness carried, loading complete. As the voice of the system announcement fades away, the world around me changes completely. I thought I would be drawn into some European officer garden, having a cup of English tea with a slice of chiffon cake as I awaited the appearance of the maid's doll. However, the scenery before me is a little different from I anticipated. Scatter's doll limbs are streamed all around me. The thick, flowing scent of rust and metal fills my mouth and nose. Electrical humming and cracking fills my ears as the dizziness and discomfort slowly fades away. All I see around me are burned out ruins that have clearly been through war and bloodshed. This is no officer's backyard, rather it is a place I have known well since I was a child. A battlefield, teeming with screams and despair. Ugh, talk about rough start! As I get my feet from inside a pile of doll corpses, the pain in my chest and left arm surged through my body. Damn it! What the hell was that? I think I saw someone standing up. What the hell are you talking about? Didn't you verify that pile of bad just now? They're all corpses, aren't they? Screw you, it's true. Something is moving in that pile of rubble over there. I didn't expect someone to be a standing guard over here. Judging by their uniform and gear, they are clearly not on the same side as the owner of this body. The sound of the soldiers' footsteps pressing in. All I can do is lower myself and use the rubble to block the enemy's line of sight. The sound of a round chambering is exceptionally loud in the silence of these broad streets. Dang it! I see somebody over there! Quickly compile a plan for what I will do if I am spotted. If the worst comes to be, I will need to get out of the way before they open fire, use the terrain to hide, and then take their weapons from them before waiting for a chance to escape. The plan seems simple enough, but whether or not this beat-up body of mine can carry it out remains to be seen. A shout from nearby interrupts my train of thoughts. Hey, over there! That bastard is running that way! Get him! Don't let him escape! After the lead soldier gives his order, the men behind him ready their weapons and follows him into the alley to capture their prey. I wait for the sound of footsteps to fade away before struggling out of the rubble. So they found someone else, huh? Now is not the time to push myself. This body's arm is hard, so fighting with a gun will be difficult. Since I don't know what's going on, I should start by finding a place to hide. Just as I'm about to relocate to a nearby abandoned building, I hear a shout from the alley. Chris, it's just a goddamn kid! I have spent all the damn day searching for the garrison troops and intelligence personnel, and all we get is this boo-boo! The soldier curses as they show a skinny boy into their midst. He seems to be only 8 or 9 years old. He is kind of short and his hair is messy. You wasted our time, like little poo-poo. Do you know how valuable it is? Forget that. Let's just do him it right now. They mercilessly point their guns at the boy. Faced with this unassailable despair, all the boy can do is tremble and close his eyes. No. There's a gunshot, but the pain that the boy expects does not come. The boy opens his eyes to find himself curled in warm arms, having narrowly dodged the Reaper's scythe. What the heck? Where did this bastard came from? Wait, that face! It looks like kind of familiar. Oh, it's the commander of that Specs Ops intelligence team. I know you. You're dead. We killed you. We killed you. Ah, made it. Damn, Professor saving the day. The left side of my chest hurts from the exertion. Although my senses of reason is telling me to flee, my body has always had a habit of acting faster than my brain would keep up. Even though I barely managed to dodge that gunshot with a jump just now, I know I have never been the lucky sort. I can put my strength into my left hand now. All I can do is barely hold onto the boy. Damn! Who would have thought we would run into a jackass who would walk up into us? Fine then. The hell with both of you. In this critical moment, a silver gleaming dagger slices through the air and nearly severs the soldier's carotid vein. Before the second soldier can respond, the knife owner is already upon him. After killing him with a sidekick, she swings her knife and ends the enemy's howl of pain. Who is that? My gaze travels down from the cramped alleyways and I spot a glint of light at the alley entrance. Oh, it's here. And she has new outfit. It's her new version. The person standing there is a girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, elegantly dressed and glaring at the soldiers in the alley with a cold, keen look in her eyes. No matter the situation, seeing her with a G36 rifle in her hands has always been reassuring. Pardon my lateness. The girl's face matches up with my memories, but her attitude is completely different from her usual elegant maid's uniform. This outfit of yours. Bang, 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 gunfires? A hail of gunfire interrupts the girl's words. She quickly raises her rifle and counterattacks, her figure leaping swiftly through the darkness as shell chasing and enemy soldiers drop on the ground at the same time. Once the fighting is over, she looks back at me, her voice as stern and clear as I have always remembered. I'm Centaureissi, a doll dispatched from SIT, the Special Intelligence Team, requesting permission to join your unit. So I think for the commander, or like for the professor at least, this should be very familiar feeling, right? Part 2, City of Danger. That day, we all attended a silent burial. God damn it, it's a doll! Call for backup! Call for backup! Upon realizing the situation has turned for the worse, the other soldier quickly summoned reinforcements. Centaureissi takes off her optical camouflage module and tosses it to me while moving me behind her, shouldering her weapon. Unlike me, who landed onto the battlefield without any preparation, Centaureissi has clearly taken measures to address the current situation. Before the enemy can put together organized resistance, she takes full advantage of her nimble body and individually picks off the soldiers who are not yet taking the current situation seriously. Damn it, take this! The soldier pulls a grenade from his belt and removes a safety pin. Using a grenade in a confined area is suicide. But the man has clearly lost his sense. He simply wants to kill the doll in front of him. Allow me to put an end to everything. Centaureissi put the trigger and her shot strikes the grenade dead on, nipping the suicide attack in the bud. The soldier caught in the blast crumbled to the ground. Meanwhile, we used the clouds of smoke to conceal our escape from that alley of death. The long run saps my stamina, and by the time we stop, the arm that's held the boy is as numb as dead wood. Are you alright, Commander? She actually calls us Commander here. I'm fine. Should be able to hold on for a while. All contacts with the 12 dolls from your special intelligence team has been lost and considered killed in action. Also, your communicator was malfunctioning since just now. By the way, maybe Centaureissi is from Girls Frontline 1, right? Is there some familiar event happening in Girls Frontline 1 too? With Centaureissi's story, like? Your content among the garrison forces had no news of you, and for a while, they feared the worst. I thought so too. Thinking back to my condition when I awoke on the battlefield, and the exchange between those two enemy soldiers, I can pretty much tell that the original owner of this body probably had a bad time. Since you are safe, I will follow my orders from Garrison HQ and escort you to the central plaza building in the heart of the city, where you will meet the personnel from the garrison forces. Hang on, what about him? I mean, this kid. Even though he's under the cover of the optical camouflage, the boy is still trembling in my arms. Fortunately, he wasn't harmed during that skirmish just now. Can't just abandon him like this here. At the very least, we need to get the boy to a safe place. Do you know of any shelters around here? A strange look briefly appears on Centaureis's face, but she soon recovers thanks to her professionalism's made training. Did I say something strange? I was sent by the HQ to support you, but this is a temporary arrangement and thus all I know about you is limited to rumors. What I hear about the SIT commander was that they were stern, impartial, and unfeeling men who prioritized the mission above else. But ever since I met you, nothing you have done seems to correspond to the cult person mentioned in the rumors. You risk yourself to rescue this boy, and then went on to prioritizing his continued safety after disengaging from battle. Really? I apologize if I have given offense, but for a moment I found myself wondering if I had the wrong person. However, your identity seems to confirm perfectly to the person mentioned in my terminal. It would seem I was biased against you. You would appear to be a kind person, Commander. Well, as they say, death changed people. Do they say so? I don't know. Yeah, I hope we will get along well going forward. Huh? Are you? You are the SIT commander? Yes, I am. I'm briefly caught off guard, as I have not yet fully adjusted to my new identity. I have a feeling that this boy does not like us. Oh, maybe... This is great! I found you at last! You were looking for the commander too? Ah, yes. Hi, Commander. My name is... Chris Itzka. Itzka? Then your father must be... My father is First Lieutenant Andrew Itzka. He's also your contact for this mission. Contact? Mission? I don't have much information, so all I can do is work with him to learn more. I understand the situation. Chris, why did you come by yourself in such a dangerous place? Where's your father? Father was badly hurt by the enemy's pursuit forces and could not take part in the operation. He could not come to tell you in person that something has happened in the place where you were supposed to meet him. I knew the mission was urgent, so I came here to pass the message on Father's behalf. But I couldn't find you anywhere, and in the end, those guys caught me. In reality, there were no No commander to save him. Things are becoming clearer and clearer. It also explains why this party owner just so happened to be where Chris was. Then, where's your father now? He's at the Hand of Venus, the hair salon in town. It used to be a dead drop for dead, and there are others to pass secret passages, but right now, the only person left there is a doll called Tony. Tony? A hair salon? A lot of hairdressers in the real world were called Tony, and there just so happened to be one such doll on Project Neural Cloud's name list. The familiar names makes me think, what if... Yeah, we get with this event the doll Tony, but in Magracy, not in the real simulated world. Is Tony the key? He would not happen to be a pink-haired doll that looks like a teenager, would he? Yeah, that's him. I hear he works for Universal Anything Service and specializes in hairstyling. Looks like that's him. For someone who cannot fight or protect himself, being in a war zone is the worst possible outcome. Commander, why did your expression suddenly change? No, it's nothing. Chris, can you lead the way for us? At the Hand of Venus. The tiny establishment is filled with the smell of blood and cordite. The soldier who is stoically enduring his wounds leans against a corner of the room. Tony occasionally glances outside, a look of worry in his eyes. God, Lieutenant Itzka. Don't worry, that boy always has been lucky. I'm sure he will bring them back. Speaking of which, there's one thing I have been wondering about. Why does a salon like this have the name after its hand? Is that another name for Venus? And here's our Tony doll. The owner named it that way. This is a plain and tiny store. The only way to draw customers is with a name to contrast that. The lieutenant's remark seems to linger the air a little, and the two of them once again look outside the salon. Just like Tony said, there's nothing particularly eye-catching about these hairdressers. It's simple and plain in appearance from its furnishing to its side. The sole reason it has a niche in the city is entering because of Tony's outstanding hairstyles skills. If we didn't have this war raging on, I would probably have to wait about half an hour for consultation with you, right? Lucky me then. The lieutenant's teasing does little to dispel Tony's uneasiness. You once. Let's treat them a little more, Lieutenant Iska. Bright red liqueur oozes out from their fleshy, changes bandages, flowing down towards Lieutenant Iska's fingertips, which are blackened from soot. It drips on the wall he is leaning against. After the bandaging is complete, Tony looks at his trembling, blood-stained hands and spaces out. This is the first time he has felt the weight of a life. Before this, those hands did nothing but create beauty. Thank you, Tony. Right now, the enemy troops within the city are going all out against the defending forces and intelligence personnel. I feel ashamed of having to trouble you to take me in at a time like this. It's nothing. Just think of it as a special service of an old customer. Speaking of which, where are the owner? I haven't heard from him for close to 3 days. If I still don't hear back, I should probably pack up and return to Universal Anything Service. Not even the owner was spared, huh? You can say the leak of the Intel names list was a fatal blow for us to defend. Lieutenant Itzka closed his eyes to think, but he cannot keep the depression out of his voice. It's been nearly 3 months since the enemy took the city. The only reason why things have dragged out for so long is because the defenders have been conducting guerrilla attacks with the help of the Intel Bureau. If reinforcements don't arrive soon, we may have to abandon the city. He opens his eyes, and his gaze rests on Tony's freshly packed luggage. These guys don't show mercy to humans or dolls. They massacre civilians and even rip out dolls' core to do whatever to them. Go now if you are going. Tony, you are one man-of-a-kind stylist doll. The sooner you are out of this godforsaken hellhole, the better. Is it really that bad? If you are trying to get back to Universal Anything Service during wartime, you will need money for transportation and power. At this point, Lieutenant Iska takes off his watch. It's old, but it's plain to see its owner has been taking good care of it. Tony knows that this watch was a commemorative gift the lieutenants received for 10 years of service, much like the metal of his chest. It holds a unique meaning for him and represents an unequaled honor. Take this watch. It will be useless to me. So think of it as a tip for today's consultation. Tony is at loss for how to react to this sudden gift. Upon seeing him hesitate, Lieutenant Itzka presses the watch into Tony's hand. Tony, please allow me to thank you once again for saving my life. That said, it would be better if you were half as good with targeting as you with the hairstyling. If you make it through this war, I would like to teach you more about that side of thing. Lieutenant, let me give you a makeover after everything is done. I want to make up for today's regret. Oh no. Tony's words are interrupted by a sudden explosion, and is followed by a hail of gunfire and the sluggish shout of soldiers. We have a situation. Lieutenant Iska uses his gun to lift his battered body to its feet, then moves to the window to see what's happening outside. Judging by their weapons and clothing, the enemy troops outside were not from the squad that was just going after him earlier. They are cursing and firing. Apparently, they are trying to capture someone. That's Grace! And those two are the commander and Centaureissi. Without any hesitation, Lieutenant Iska brings his rifle to his shoulder and lays down, covering fire for them. Ah! Despite his wounds, the lieutenant's long years of training and experience do not betray their master. The lieutenant's precise shooting puts a gap in the troops' encirclement. Centaureissi does not let this opportunity slip by and darts into the momentary opening, pulling her trigger to wipe out each and every enemy trooper in tandem with their lieutenant's shooting. Commander! Hurry! Over here! Dad! Chris wriggles free from my arms and runs into the salon, worriedly checking on his father's condition. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant. This is no time to be standing on ceremony at Centaureissi. And also, you must be the commander of the SIT, right? And we lost contact with you a while back. We were all worried about you. I'm glad you're okay. I step forward to shake the hand of this dark-skinned titan among men and express my gratitude for his timely assistance. Yes, glad to meet you, Lieutenant Iska. Your reputation precedes you. Our forces have benefited greatly from the help given by your team. We are only held out as long as we have because of your aid. Lieutenant Iska hacks up a vat of bloody phlegm as he coughs uncontrollably. Chris wants to move up to help, but Lieutenant stops him with a glance. And so all Chris can do is tug on the sleeves of his clothing. Let's get to it, Commander. I wanted to meet you because I have extremely important information to hand over to you. Lieutenant Iska extracts a blood-stained hand drive cipher key from his pocket. What's this? It's the cipher key that the garrison forces use to communicate with each other. The enemy has destroyed many of our dead drop points, and there are not many left that are still in contact with their defender. HQ ordered me to hand this to you to ensure we can continue future operations. There's a small safe house outside the city. Centaureissi knows the exact location, and she can take you there. Once you unlock the encrypted intelligence gear there, you will be able to communicate with the defenders, intel people still inside the city. As for our future operations, well, that's all your decision, Commander. As for our future operations, well, that's on your discretion, Commander. He solemnly hands me the key, his eyes blazing like torches. Without any hesitation, I clasp his hands, which are stained with mud and blood. I understand. You have faithfully completed your mission, Lieutenant Iska. Once again, thank you for your help, Lieutenant. I will escort the commander to the safe house. And you must be Tony from Universal Anything, right? Do you happen to have any ammunition, or can you provide any other aid? My lovely customer, this is a hairdresser's. What do you take this place to be? Wait a minute. You are the Butler 36, the domestic service doll equipped with combat modules. Is there a problem? If I'm not wrong, those guys are turning the entire city upside down searching for you. Ah, hell. I would better get going. If I would known this would happen, I would have... Centaureissi shushes Tony. After that, the sound of disciplined footsteps draw closer, coming to a halt not far outside the hairdressers. Commander, looks like we haven't fully dealt with the dregs chasing us. No, they are a different lot. Judging by their gear, they are from the Hunters team. They're probably looking for me. Andre Itzka! Get out here! The enemy soldiers verifies Lieutenant Itzka's guess. Sorry for causing you much troubles. Still, if they are only here for me, then why not barge in and blow the entire building up? My guess is they saw the signs of battle Centaureissi left in her wake. They won't act rashly because they are worried about ambushes. I see. What you say makes sense. In that case, we can turn that around on them. Lieutenant Itzka shows me a several bundle of explosives strapped on his back. Don't do anything stupid, Lieutenant Itzka. That's an order. With all due respect, Commander, I cannot comply with that order. You are an intelligent leader. You are nothing like us grunts who only know how to fight. I can't let you be exposed to danger. He wobbles, and his remaining vitality oozes out of him along with his blood. Lieutenant Itzka, you... As you can see, we don't have much time left. Oh yes, Tony, I have to impose on you. Go ahead. If you can, please take care of Chris after this. Me? What are you saying, Lieutenant Itzka? I'm just a hairstylist. I can't. As a soldier, I want my child to inherit my will and fight on. But as a father, I want him as far from this goddamn warp as possible. So please, when you escape, take Chris with you, please. Dad, what are you saying, Dad? I don't want to go. Dad, please. Chris hugs the lieutenant tightly, the tears sparkling in his eyes. Don't cry, Chris. Remember, your father is Andre Itzka. Dad! Dad! I'm sorry. I won't be able to keep my promise of viewing the Daisies with you. Lieutenant Itzka ruffles Chris' head. After that moment of tenderness, the steel and determination returns to his face. For the last time, he adjusts the metal on his chest, and then salutes us one by one. The salon door closed before our eyes. After that, we hear a haunting sound. Is that a sound from Wade's hometown? Whether it's night or day, I will be waiting here for your return. May the gunsmoke have faded when we meet again. May the fires have burnt out. That day, we took part in a funeral without loss. Yeah. Part 3. Grave Travelers. When you choose to set foot on the battlefield, when you choose to arm yourself, when you choose to face the enemy, you are an unyielding warrior, your soul ablaze with fighting spirit. At the hand of Venus. Dad! Dad! Centaureissi grabs him until his voice goes hoarse. He stops struggling, and the shooting outside the salon dies down. There's a look of sorrow in everyone's eyes. The wordless pain hangs over us like a shadow. Lieutenant Itzka is dead. What should we do now? The enemy will send people to investigate the explosion soon. We should go before their reinforcements show up. Commander, I recommend we head to the safe house now with the cipher command key. Wait, then what about me? What should I do? There is fighting everywhere in the city. Having you and Chris stay on the battlefield will be dangerous. Tony, do you think you can use your status as a universal anything doll to leave the city? If I were alone, I might be able to pass the checkpoint. But now... Tony glances over to Chris, who is still sobbing quietly, and he is silent for a while. Centaureissi kneels down in front of Chris and gently dabs away the blood and gleam on his face. She doesn't try to comfort him. Instead, she gently scoops him into her arms and lets him cry as much as he wants. Indeed, we can't let his determination go to waste. As such, Centaureissi will carry out the mission once we escort the two of you out of this place. No need to go to that trouble, Commander. I know a route that will take us out of the city. It's in the same direction as the safe house, Commander. Centaureissi, do you have any information about this route? No, I'm not familiar with it. I have never heard of it before. But it really exists. Please believe me, Commander. Also, I know a few shortcuts leading to the safe house. Please, Commander, take me with you. Chris Little's fist trembles as he clenches them, and the tears well up in his eyes. I choose not to point out his lie. Instead, I ruffle his hair and smooth out the creases in his cloth. I believe you, Chris. Take care of us, okay? Alright. No, I mean, yes, Commander. Chris, damn, scared. Oh my god, okay. He smiles, and then he bows awkwardly to me. Well, that's Chris taken care of. What do you plan to do next, Tony? As for me... Tony seems a little zoned out as he stares at the blood-stained watch. Then he shakes his head and smiles bitterly. I don't want to disappoint Lieutenant Iska either, so I will go with you, even though I cannot really do anything to help. Indeed, you cannot fight as you have no combat modules. Thus I shall entrust the task of taking care of Chris to you. While it may be true, hearing that straight up kind of hurts my feeling. You are as kind as I remember, Tony. Huh? Did you say something, Commander? No, it's nothing. Welcome aboard, Tony. I don't think I ever saw Tony in Magra Sea. Did we? Did I skip some chapter? Time is tight. Everyone, get your things together and then we will set out for a safe house outside the city. Yes, Commander. There's a safe house the lieutenant was talking about? If nobody had me told before, I would not believe this unassuming little shack was a vital communication point for the defending troops. From the surroundings, we seem to be on the cusp of winter turning to spring. The heavy snowfall on the mountains is a form of natural protection for us, silently and cleverly concealing our trail. The flying snow enters the safe house as we push open the heavy, rigid wooden door. after a brief period of fumbling around in the darkness. The light bulb and hearts flare to life once again, awakening the warriors standing watch in their lovely mountains. Oh, hopefully nobody will be pursuing us for the time being. Achoo! Guessing it's a little chilly in here. Tony, help me to close the doors. Chris is slightly depressed, so don't let the cold in. I might be a little clumsy at this sort of work, so I hope you don't mind. What happened to your arms? I have been trying to hide it, but Tony can still see the darkened skin. It felt a little strange while I was rescuing Chris, but with the cold added to the equation, my wounds are starting to show signs of necrosis. It's okay, it's nothing. We are still wounded. Let me help you with that. Centaureissi opens the first aid kit in the safe house and takes out some bandages and basic medications. As a maid, her movements are deft and precise, but her long-sightedness hampers her. In order to properly assess my wounds, she occasionally leans back a little and squints, trying to ensure she has not missed anywhere out in her applications. This familiar yet adorable squints amused and draws a laugh from me, which I immediately hide with coughing when Centaureissi questions it. Thank you for your help, Centaureissi. Your bandaging technique is excellent. Were you professionally trained? Yes, Wayne taught me. She's my beloved little sister. Wayne? Well, you technically know Wayne, right? That name seems vaguely familiar. That's a nice name. I wish I could have met her. Although you are a civilian doll just like me, aren't you? What's all this about a little sister then? The logs in the fireplace crackle. A moment later, the glacier of memory begins to melt with the resigned warmth. Wayne was a human. Was? Well, I'm pretty sure she... Yeah. Wayne was a human, but I have already thought of her as a little sister. Long ago, I was employed by a military household and was responsible for taking care of their daughter. This was how I came to know Wayne. She was a kind and sympathetic girl, and she always treated me as part of the family, ever going so far as to call me her big sister. Wayne loved. She loved drawing. She would drag me to art exhibitions from a young age, where she would enjoy works from various artists. Oh, I like drawing too. Sounds like you and Wayne would have become friends if you have met her. The snow on Centaureis's blonde hair melts and falls into her palm. Come to think of it, Wayne liked dressing up as a boy. Apparently her father got her into the habit. She had something that looked almost like what Chris is wearing now. I think I get what Big Sis Wayne was thinking. This word subconsciously draws Centaureis's attention. Huh? No, that's it. So where is Big Sis Wayne right now? Wayne ended up following in the footsteps of her parents in order to put an end to the war. After graduating from office school, she was determined to head to the front line. We kept in touch at first, but as the fighting spread, I could not even contact her anymore. There's a hint of sadness and confusion in her tone. I believe that Dwayne is still alive. As long as I keep looking for her, I will be reunited with her again someday. I hope that when the day comes, gun smokes will no longer hang about our heads. I don't get it. Why would Wayne do something so dangerous? Someone like her could have easily taken refuge here somewhere safe and waited out the war, right? Nowhere safe now that the war comes this far. She chose to actively intervene to prevent more endless tragedies from taking place. Tony frowns. Clearly, he still does not understand why the girl before him chose as she did. Is that why you are on the battlefield, Centaureissi? But we are still ultimately civilian youth service dolls. How can we survive a clash with tough guys like the military? If you get hit by an MPV or something, you will probably die without even knowing what hit you. Even so, I still have to do it. How about you, Tony? Why are you here? I have something I want to do too. The sound of wind and snow draws out the rest of Tony's words. He walks over to the window, gently wipes the conversation away, and quietly studies the countenance of Hart, staring right back at him. Looks like Tony was about to express his reasons for being there. Also, he looks much more composed on his expression as he is right now in the story. And this is, by the way, the events area. One of the it looks like the main area exploration, but this story actually will be a little bit shorter. We will wrap up for today. I actually myself did not really want to wrap up, but yeah, the next 4 chapters of the story, 4 parts, will be in part 2 of this event. So thank you for watching, listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and take care.